Lenten spirituality. Faith, temptations. Desert. Loneliness. Adoration. Matthew 4 verses 1 to 11, Mark 1 verses 12 to 15, Luke 4 verses 1 to 13. Welcome to our channel that compares gospel topics and Franciscan sources. Today we will delve deeper into the meaning of Lenten spirituality in the Franciscan experience of early times. For a more complete overview of our human, cultural and spiritual proposal, we suggest you visit the website juvie.art. The enemy suggests to the Son of God a different path from the Father. But Jesus distances himself from that stench. Francis' life had undergone a radical change when the Dr. Jesus had spoken to him. The poor man had understood that he was loved, and that, by following him, he would be healed from self-worship, to give it back to God alone. The Crucifix of Saint Damien and the leper met. They had changed him internally. The Minim of Assisi dedicated himself to frequent fasts and nights in prayer for periods of 40 days. In keeping with the 40 days Jesus spent in the desert. He did this often in addition to the period before Easter. At those moments he suspended his duties as an apostle, retreating to hermitages, simple and austere places, far from the cities. There, as his biographer Solano recalls, built his nest between the cracks in the rock. The prison's hermitage, near Assisi, is famous. In reality, Francis created 20 of them in central Italy. Sources become chroniclers of his Lenten periods, where he was often put to the trial. 2 years before he gave up his spirit to God, after many and varied labors, divine providence took him aside and led him to a high mountain, called Mount Verna. Here he had begun, according to his custom, to fast during Lent in honor of Saint Michael the Archangel, when he began to feel himself flooded with an extraordinary sweetness in contemplation, lit by a more vivid flame of celestial desires, filled with richer divine gifts, aimed at seeking the will of God, to which he desired with the greatest ardor to conform in every way. Sources 12:23. The Verna was Francis' desert par excellence, where, as happened to Jesus in arid places, he was the object of vexing temptations. While the saint was praying, behold, a great multitude of very ferocious demons came, and began to strongly fight and annoy him. Sources 1901. But he began to cry out with a loud voice, "O damned spirits, you can do nothing except as much as the hand of God allows you. And I am prepared to cheerfully endure every pain and every adversity that you, my God, want to send me for my sins." Then the demons, confused and defeated by his constancy and patience, departed. Sources 1901. He nourished himself more with the bread of the Holy Word than with material bread. And he had taught his brethren to worship God alone, wherever they were, trusting in divine care and solicitude. In fact, his sons, faithful to Francis' exhortation, when they passed near a church, stopped. And prostrate, with body and spirit, they adored the Almighty, saying, "We adore you, O Christ, in all your churches." Sources 401. The power of the Holy Spirit placed them in the right attitude in need. In the face of power or success. Just as Christ had instructed them, without allowing themselves to be caged by similar seductions. It is written, "You shall worship the Lord your God, and him alone. You will worship." And the Spirit drove him into the wilderness, and he was in the wilderness tempted by Satan, and he was with the wild beasts. Matthew 4 verses 1 to 11, Mark 1 verses 12 to 15, Luke 4 verses 1 to 13. Thank you all for your kind attention. We invite you to subscribe to the channel, to stay updated on our activities. If you liked it, leave a well done to support us. Subscribe, give your precious like, share with your friends and comment too. Thanks, see you soon.